Hello and welcome. Thanks for dropping in. This is Jeff Bird with Jeffrey Bird Coaching, and today I have the privilege of introducing a couple of women who I knew previously in different areas, but turns out they're friends. I didn't even know that, and they have collaborated to start a new sober group called Free Life. And so I haven't had a drink or an adult beverage in like over 3 years. And so this just ended up being a nice fit. And they've got some cool things going on. This is a very new group, new organization that they've started. So I want to turn it over to them and let them tell you a little bit about it. So thank you so much, Christina and Elena, for being on here and for doing this group. I met with y'all a couple of weekends ago. Angie and I came out to a group at an event, and we had a great time, met some great people, and we would like to hear more about your journey and how this started and where it's going and what events you've got going on and that kind of thing. So let me, with that being said, let me turn it over to y'all, and you can kind of share about how this all got started and where you see it heading.
Absolutely. Thank you, Jeff, for letting us join you today. So I would say Elena and I met through a meetup app, actually. And it was like a year ago, I think, in September, right?
It was, yeah.
Yeah. And so we met at a coffee shop. Just someone was throwing an event kind of just for people in the area that are sober and, that don't want to drink. And I knew from the moment I met her, I always say it's like a relation. I just knew I needed to stay and talk to her because she was a special person. And we hit it off. Did. Yeah. And so then we kept hanging out as friends. And then we realized, like, we can't be alone in this, right? Like with people needing intentional community around, living without substances. And so Free Life, our business, was born. And so we help people get sober or live like an intentional life without alcohol or substances through events and peer recovery.
Excellent. Well, and like I said, I think I dropped in on your second event. So this is very new. So it was only a couple of weeks ago that we did that. But there was some really neat diversity, different backgrounds, different areas of expertise in the group. So it was kind of a cool networking group too. So but then we all had this in common, that we were all not drinking. So can you tell a little bit about the venue that we met at and some of these other venues similar to that are doing things for people who don't want to drink?
Yeah, sure. So that was our second storytelling event, where it's basically an environment for people to share stories. We have featured speakers, and it was held at a sober bar in Portsmouth, which is in this area. It's the only sober bar that we know of. We happen to know the owner, so she lets us come in whenever we want to. And then sober events is sober story events is just one of the many events that we put on. So we also do yoga at the beach. We believe in this comprehensive, holistic approach to recovery. We think it has more to do with what else you do in your life rather than just the absence of drinking or absence of substance. Right. So we also believe that it's all about community, right? So that's why there's a variety of events that we put on, like I mentioned, yoga at the beach, just general casual meetups with people. What else have we done?
Well, we're about to launch an accountability group. So like if for like 3 to 5 people, I'm a peer recovery specialist, which is what it sounds like. I'm a little bit farther along in my sobriety journey, and so we want to help people that maybe want to quit drinking or even reduce the amount of drinking that they do. We don't preach any model in particular. I think Free Life, the name kind of says it all. Like, we believe in your choice to figure out how you want to get sober, if you want to be sober, that kind of thing. So we're really here to guide people through that process.
Yeah. Yeah. So Elena, I like what you said. It's not just about getting rid of the substances and the addiction. It's about what you're putting in. It just comes to mind. I have a good friend, and years ago when they had small kids, his wife would teach the kids when they were sick to breathe out the bad air. It was like out with the bad air, in with the good, out with the bad, in with the good. So it's not just trying to get rid of something that you have no replacement for. It's actually through these events and through the meetups and different things that you got planned to bring in a lot of cool stuff. So could y'all take just a minute, because there were people there the other night that I met that are doing all kinds of cool stuff and got cool backgrounds and all kinds of interesting things. So could you maybe mention a few of those and how you see that? You mentioned yoga on the beach, but how you kind of see some of these things being available to us?
Yeah, for sure. So, I mean, yin yoga was on the beach. We have a yoga teacher that works with us. We're going to be hopefully doing another one coming up soon. And then we work with a friend, Sheethals, who does Ayurvedic medicine. So really, we're building that network at the moment of people and modalities to heal and stay sober. Because I always say, like when I was getting sober, I joked that I threw the kitchen sink at it. So like I did everything, right? Like I ran, I walked, I did mental health counseling, I got my physical body in order, you know? And so the idea behind these sober storytelling events is hopefully we do 2 featured speakers that are sober and then have tables for people to peruse and figure out like, okay, here's, you know, addressing mind, body, and spirit, really.
That's right.
Yeah, that's cool. And I know the other night when I was there, I also met a man who makes his own kombucha.
Kombucha,
So I
yes.
think
That's
that
our
you
friend
mentioned
Mike.
that there is
Yeah.
probably going to be a kombucha tasting coming up.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's in the works actually. So, I mean, there's
Okay.
just so many cool things and we love having alternatives to stuff. So, we're also big on like the non-alcoholic drink scene, which we love. Like I love NA beers. So we're going to be working with a local, actually there's a local bottle shop here that's NA to do a
Oh, cool.
tasting with them. Yeah, they're located in Norfolk. So, yeah, lots of cool stuff. I mean, pick a weekend. We're pretty busy.
Yeah, and that kind of this variety of people that those events attract, this is so indicative of this community. Everybody, sobriety gives you this consistency in life that allows you to move out of your comfort zone in other areas of life. So that's why we run into people with really cool, unique hobbies and really cool, unique businesses and just these really accomplished, just generally amazing people that you want to be friends with. And this has been across the board. What we've seen in our events, just this very eclectic group of people that just have something really, really special in common.
So true.
Yeah, and that's what I loved about that. You know, the whole idea, this whole model, it's not like what I've seen on TV. I've never been to an AA group, but you know, everybody's sitting in a circle talking about how they're an alcoholic, focused on the problem. This is like not focused on the problem. This is focused on all the other cool stuff that you can do and how awesome your life can be and how much other people are bringing to the table that you can learn from. Like I know the other presenter with me the other night was a personal injury attorney. And I was like, well, that's pretty cool. Now I know a personal injury attorney. Didn't know one of those before. And met the Ayurvedic woman and met the kombucha guy. And it's like, and then everybody's got ideas. There's like all kinds of cool stuff going on. So it's not just focusing on what you're giving up, it's focusing on what you're gaining. What you're gaining friends, you're gaining other people with interest, with maybe their own businesses, with all of these cool things, so they can add to your life. It's not what's giving up, it's what's being given up. It's been what's brought in, what's being added, and all the cool stuff and all the value that's being added. So I just love the model. So can you tell us a little bit about what you've got coming up in the foreseeable future?
Yeah, gosh. So we have our accountability group we're launching in October. So we're looking to, it's right now it's women about 3 to 5. We're trying to intentionally keep it small. And then probably hopefully another storytelling event in October. So that's for people that don't know, that's where just 2 people come and share. You were one of our featured speakers, so thank you. Their stories to getting sober. And we really want to highlight multiple different routes, you know, so that, and then we have a sober Halloween party coming up too.
Sober Halloween, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Costume party. Yeah.
That'll be different than any Halloween party I've ever been to. So that's
exactly.
That'll be cool. But so now we had discussed a date that I've got for another storytelling night on the books. Is it okay to give out that information?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, you can. So. Yeah, we'll talk about it offline.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I didn't know if it was okay to give it out to people yet. Like I said, but I guess you'll get it out on. So how should people follow you? Like website and social media. So how can people get so when the information is released to the public, where they can find that?
Yeah, absolutely. So Freelife LLC, really on any platform, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook.
Okay, so Freelife LLC. Okay, just want to make sure everybody has that so they can stay abreast of the happenings that are coming out. So, well, again, this is so exciting, and I think it's so needed, you know, because I think that so much, in my opinion, I mean, I've got friends that have smoked and they say the same thing, or drinking. It's not that they want that substance so much, is that it's such a social thing.
Exactly.
And they say, I'll be fine on my own. Like I got one friend and she's quit smoking like 38 times. And she says, I'll be fine until I'm in a group and somebody goes outside to smoke and we had a
Right.
couple of drinks, somebody goes outside to smoke and she's like, boom, I'm right back in it. So
Totally
it's that social thing. So, I mean, nobody wants to sit alone thinking about what they're giving up for the rest of their life. So it's much better to be together, creating a bunch of cool stuff and doing a bunch of cool stuff. So I think that's a thing too. So you got the social aspect that doesn't take you down a potentially dark path. It's leading into something bigger and better. So just thank you for doing that, for seeing that need in so many people, and for creating this. It's great that y'all met up in the meetup and
Yep.
got brainstorming, and then wow, you never know what's going to happen when you get two minds together, right? And then you
Love
can
it.
bring in even more to just add to the fun. So well, hey, thank you all so much. And yeah, we'll get this all over social media, hopefully, and people will share it, and we can get some more people and their unique gifts and strengths and interest and things coming in to just add to the mix. And just the more the merrier. So that'll be cool to see where this goes. So I'm excited about the things that we've already discussed that are upcoming, and hope to see some more of y'all out there. So come join us. And again, those details will be posted at Freelife LLC on all the platforms and on the website. So well, thanks so much, Christina and Elena. Hey, I appreciate y'all jumping on with me, and thanks to everybody who's watching. Please like and subscribe. That would be great. Help us get the word out. Okay, thanks so much, and we'll talk to you soon.
Bye.